the 1860s, the railroad was basically in ruins and, well, for the most part, had to be rebuilt from Atlanta to Chattanooga. And this is an era of Reconstruction. And again, not getting into the pros and cons of Reconstruction and the politics of it, it did yield some colorful characters, if nothing else. The gentleman here on the left is the wartime or the post-war governor, I should say, of Georgia, a guy named Rufus Bullock, who in 1860s Georgia had two things working against him. He was from New York, and he was a Republican. Two things that didn't really go well in Georgia, but he had a lot of other folks around him as well. The guy in the middle here is a guy named Hannibal Kimball, who was a businessman who was involved in a lot of schemes, a lot of them railroad related. But he was actually instrumental in helping the state capital move from what was then Millersville to Atlanta. And he also built these incredible, two versions of it, but this incredible hotel right in the heart of Atlanta in the Five Points area, known as the Kimball House. There's a restaurant in Decatur that has borrowed the name. That's not the original Kimball House. The original Kimball House was this structure here, opened in 1870. It later burned and was replaced by a second Kimball House. And unfortunately, as is so much of Atlanta and Georgia history, it is today a parking deck, which is kind of a shame. But these grand structures that really shaped Atlanta. So when I started out this presentation on the Western Atlantic piece that we're talking about, the legacy of the railroad being Atlanta, you really can see how this really became a center of commerce, particularly in the post-war years.